everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a reading today for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. It does matter and it does make a difference, to me anyway. If you are resonating with my readings, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the share button, and drop a polite little comment in the comment section box below to let me know how you're resonating. I would truly be grateful. Thank you. Oh, I want to say a massive, yeah, you're blocked off and guarded to the past. I want to say a massive welcome to all the new subscribers. Hey, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you. So thank you so much for joining us. And I want to say a massive welcome back to all my existing subscribers that I adore with all my heart and soul, and who's been here since the very beginning, some of you. So thank you so much for sticking with me and being lovely, supporting me and the channel. You got Justice coming out there and 7 of Wands. Absolutely hell no. That's a hell no. Get past karma first. All right, and then we'll talk about how we're standing ground and blocking. Now that's karma there. Queen of Swords. Oh, she ain't messing about. That's definitely Libra's energy. Libra, you ain't messing about. You got a severed head in your hand. Anyway, keep on shining bright like a diamond, Libra, and own your Empress energy like a boss bitch. The Queen of Swords could also be a lawyer, and Justice could be court. All right, just in case, and that's the truth. Some of you, and you're looking forward to the future. All right, so some of you might be going through something in the legal system. All right, you might be dealing with court, judges, solicitors, lawyer appointments. You might be signing legal documents, contracts, divorce contracts, marriage contracts, you know, signing legal paperwork of some kind. Or you're just... you're in your justice element. You're stood in your justice element. All right, or you're getting good karma, or you're getting bad karma, depending on where you are in that situation. Right, Libra, I have completed my deck, my tarot deck. I am so excited. They look absolutely beautiful. I'm still in the tweaking. I still can't stop tweaking. Tweaking this one and tweaking that one. What's done my head in is you put specific instructions of what you want into the computer, and then you tell the computer this is what I want, and basically it adds extra sort. Like if I was doing, say, the sword suit, it was adding. So say I would say, for example, I was on the 4 swords sleeping and chilling out, it was adding 10 swords to the picture, and I thought, well, we ain't on freaking 10 swords, we're on 4 swords. Do you know what I mean? So one of them, it took me 5 hours, and that was the 5 of Pentacles. It took me 5 hours to generate the 5 of Pentacles. And in the end, I had to superimpose like Pentacles out of the picture because they kept adding more in, and I was I was getting really pissed off. Anyway, Libra, I'm kind of done with it. I just got sorry, my lips went dry then. I'm going to ring around today and just get quotes to get them printed. So it's going to be a couple of weeks at least. I'm just going to go with the cheapest quote. All right, so I'm going to do that today. And I'm just going to... Sorry. I got really... like my lips were really dry for a minute. Yeah, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to ring around today and get that sorted. Get the quote sorted in that. And then I'll figure it out where I'm going to go as to, you know, the cheapest quote. All right, but I'm so excited. Hang on, let me have a sip of my drink a minute. That's made my lips dry. That's better, sorry. I needed to wet me whistle. Right, let's see. Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I can't wait for you to see them. I'm so excited for you to see them. Right, Libra, let's see. What have we got coming in today? Please and thank you for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Oh, I got to tell you a funny story. I was on the phone last night chatting to my friend, and we were talking about, she said, oh, remember that time when we went to France with your dad to go and see Canada play rugby, to watch Canada and All Blacks play. I'll tell you the story if I remember. I might forget because I'm tired. So if I remember at the end of this reading, if you want to hear that story, it's quite funny. And if I remember, because I usually forget, but if I do remember, stay till the end and you could hear that story. All right, we were laughing our head off last night about that. It was funny. I spoke to Jenny Fraser. I spoke to you about it, and then I told you that we were in a nightclub with the All Blacks. That was when I Googled it this morning because I couldn't remember the date. It was definitely 1991 that took place. Definitely 1991. Anyway, I'll tell you the story if I remember after at the end, all right? So if you want to hear that funny story about the rugby and that, like when I was, well, I would have been 21, 1990. So we went to watch the rugby 2 years in a row. So we went to watch Canada and England play in London. And I figured it out this morning. We went to Richmond to watch that. We were in the hotel with them, and then in 1991 we were in Lille in France. So if I remember, I'll tell you at the end. All right, but it was a funny old story. Anyway, Libra, let's get into this. What do we got coming in today? Please and thank you for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? The messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Right, bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands, looking forward to the future, waiting for your ships to come in, going on a journey, or you see a future with somebody, or somebody sees a future with you, but your ships are right there on the horizon, they're docking. So your ships are coming in, Libra. Lovely. Right, what have we got coming in today, please and thank you, for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What do we need to know for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Messages for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh, hold on. That went right on the floor somewhere. Oh, there it is. Tower. Ooh, Tower. So, a shocking tower. A sudden ending. Something has come to a sudden, shocking, complete ending. All right, somebody is not expecting this ending. All right, but it's happening. All right. Whatever this is, it's happening, and it's going to be sudden and very shocking. Or this is a shocking rebirth. So you could have transformed yourself, Libra, in some kind of way. My hair is all fly away again, so sorry if I keep fiddling with it. It's going across my face and it's sticking. But I think it's because my jumper got electric on it as well, so it don't help. And where it's been flying away, I've been going like that, and I got a really sore nose now where I keep rubbing my nose. But it tickles. I got a really sensitive nose to stuff like dust and particularly cats. I can't, like, cats really drive me crazy, particularly, like, I must have a really sensitive nose on the end because if I get near cats, but I'm all right with dogs, but just not cats or anything with fine. And that is really going to drive me crazy. I don't know what's gone on with my hair lately, but it's flyaways and it's annoying. But anyway, we got a sudden, either a shocking ending or sudden, shocking rebirth. That you've transformed something. So it could be a sudden, shocking transformation. Do you know what I mean? A sudden, shocking rebirth or a sudden, shocking end. Something suddenly and shocking come to an end. What else is coming in for gorgeous Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Tower comes down when something is being built on unstable ground. All right, so when the Tower comes in upright, that gives you an opportunity to rebuild. When a Tower comes in reverse, that's like total destruction. All right, but it's coming upright. All right, and I don't read my cards in reverse anyway for the new people. But if it's a major arcana, I'll acknowledge it. All right. Right, what else is coming in for gorgeous Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know, Spirit, for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Judgment. Could be reconciliation, or there's a judgment call in something. A judgment call is being made, or you're in your calling, or you're calling somebody out. You could be calling somebody out. And somebody wants to, it could be a reconciliation for some of you, because that's giving a gift, receiving a gift. So some of you could be reconciling with somebody and you're in receipt of a gift, or you're the one giving the gift. For some people, you know, not, obviously that might not resonate with all of you who don't want to reconcile. That's fine. You don't have to. And I know most of my people here don't want to reconcile. I don't blame you for that, Libra. What else is coming in for gorgeous Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Messages for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Right, 10 of Wands, dropping the burdens. Right, dropping the burdens to things that no longer serve you. You could be dropping the burden to collaboration or teamwork. So if you were collaborating with people, you're dropping the burdens to that collaboration. All right, whatever it is a burden and is weighing you. 11 I just saw then. Is a burden, is weighing on you. Whatever this is weighing on you heavy, and you need to drop the burdens to this collaboration. A burdens is anything that's weighing you down. Like, say for example, what can I say for example? Say for example, you got drama with somebody. Do you know what I mean? You're dropping that and you're not bothering. You're just literally, suddenly, shockingly, wanting to call it out and move on. Dropping the burdens to that. All right. Or say, for example, you got heartbreak and that's weighing you down. All right. You're suddenly, shockingly, dropping the burdens to any of that feeling. All right. And you might want to collaborate with somebody, so you might be dropping the burdens to collaborate. Look, see what I'm saying? Oh, it's going to drive me insane, that. I don't know what's going on with my hair at the moment, but it's so, I just saw 12 then. It's so fly away at the moment. I usually put a little bit of hair serum on it to calm it down, but you know, the little, I put a little dot there and kind of, and then calms it down. I've ran out. That's why it's probably fly away, to be fair. I don't put anything on my hair. I don't anywhere. I use shampoo and conditioner. I don't usually use products. I hate that weighed down feeling, but I also hate that. That's going to drive me nuts. Sorry, Libra. That is going to drive me crazy. I just tried it. Right, what else is coming in for gorgeous Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know for Libra? Hold on. Messages for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we need to know, Spirit, for Libra? Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 10 of Cups. Happy ever after. That's the fairy tale card. You could already be feeling that way, Libra. You might, even if you're not with anybody, you might just be totally fulfilled on your own. Do you know what I mean? You could just be feeling totally, emotionally fulfilled. You've got a happy home life. Everything's good and hunky-dory. Do you know what I mean? You're feeling good and everything. You're totally emotionally fulfilled, satisfied. There's your past there. This is your past. It's a twin flame soulmate. Somebody you got past lives with, 6 past lives at least. This could be reconciliation. This is either the father of your children, the mother of your children, your ex-wife or ex-husband, or your wife or your husband. But I'm if you, whatever. Let's just get on with it. I don't want to complicate it. This could be your children, a childhood friend of yours, or a past lover of yours that you have history with. Or this is somebody that you're just reminiscing and having happy, fond memories of, somebody you know from the past, a soul tie you have with somebody, a soul connection. And you've got an Emperor here, so Libra masculines, there's the Emperor energy. All right, oh la la. Emperors. Libra feminines, you could be in your masculine energy at this moment in time. You got another four. We got 4 of Wands there. Twin flame soulmate energy. All right. 4 of Wands is engagement, marriages, wedding parties, anniversaries, baby showers, wedding parties, you know, engagements. Or this is you having a happy, solid, firm foundation. And you could be in hermit mode. All right. Seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom, shining the light on snakes. Shining the light, or you're investigating something, or you're ghosting somebody, or somebody's ghosted you. All right, but this is either your, this is payday. This could be payday coming up. All right, so some of you could be getting your payday, or wages, or whatever. All right, your salary, that could be coming up. Or this is you breadcrumbing somebody, or somebody is breadcrumbing you. Or you're getting equal reciprocity with somebody, or, you know, you've got equal reciprocity with somebody. All right, but you've got the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck who's cut somebody off. All right, she got a severed head in her hand. She means business. And look how long her sword is. She ain't fucking around now. So she means business. If she's cut you off, that's your head gone. Clean sweep. Libra, I likes the naughty ones. I want to hurry up and get mine, really, because I love mine. I haven't made mine naughty. I put no nudity on mine. You know, the star card got the, like, nudity on it. The tower card got naked bodice falling out. On my cards, I put clothes on them because I don't want to get, you know, shopped on YouTube for it. So, why is the tower here for gorgeous Libra? Main energies, Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, Judgment. I guess that's Sagittarius, isn't it? I always say Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Libra. I always see it as Libra because Judgment, to me, Judgment and Justice goes hand in hand. But I mean, I think it's Scorpio, or I always get confused with Scorpio or Sagittarius, so I call it all out. So it's whatever one of those signs you want it to be. All right, or your person's taking on that energy, or you are Libra. All right. Right, why is the tower here for gorgeous Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? I'm tired today. I'm very tired today. I'm going to have a chill out day. A chill out day. Ringing around and getting quotes for these, to get these cards printed. I'm really excited. I can't wait for you to see them. I am so chuffed. It was a nightmare. Like I said, it took me 5 hours just to print, just to get the 5 of Pentacles done. It was a complete fucking nightmare. I was losing me rag, driving with it. And then, what was it? Which one was it? I can't remember. It was one of them. I don't know if I'm using it because I printed out. I created a couple just in case, because I don't know which ones I'm going to use. But I said to the computer, oh, he's really handsome. I wouldn't mind dating him myself. And the computer went, ha, 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 ha. And it started laughing back at me. I thought it was quite funny. The computer got a sense of humour. It's AI, really. Maybe giggle. Look at that again. Bloody hell. It went straight back. Oh, I got tin foil. I might try that in a minute. But I'm a bit worried because I don't want to get shocked by him. Right, anyway, let's see. Why is the tower here for gorgeous Libra? Why is the tower here for gorgeous Libra? Why is the tower here for my gorgeous Libras? Right, why is the tower here for gorgeous Libra? Right, why is the tower here for my gorgeous Libras? King of Swords, that might have come out in reverse, but I don't read cards in reverse, like minor arcanas in reverse. Anyway, King of Swords is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius's energy. Sword energy, air energy. But it's whoever this is. This could be either it could be Archangel Michael, but this could also be somebody who wants to have a logical conversation with you. All right, they speak. The King of Swords speaks more logically from the headspace, not the heart. They leave emotions out of it. So the King of Swords can come across a little bit cold because they take all their emotions out the conversation, and so it comes across a little bit hard. They can be a bit cold and a little bit, what's the word, standoffish. Do you know what I mean? A little bit. They can sound cold. I don't really know else to explain it. Like it could be Archangel Michael, right? Or it could be a man in a uniform. So it could be a man in military, a police officer, a lawyer. Whoever he is, he's going through a tower. Suddenly, shockingly, wants to have a logical conversation with you. It's shocking. He's coming in to woo you. Whoever this is the Knight of Cups. Who, me? Yes, you. He wants to woo you. But you're like, what? Don't touch me. Ooh. Like it looks to me like she shudders. It always reminds me that she's shuddering. Like, ugh, don't touch me. Do you know what I mean in this card? Look at her body language. She's like, do I even want to smell your flower? Do you know what I mean? I don't really know. But, I mean, you've waited a long time for this, or somebody keeps you waiting because they juggle. And you've healed from this situation, the star, healing, Aquarius energy. Right. Why is this Tower there and the King of Swords for Libra? It could be an Aquarius. If you had the star there and the King of Swords, could be an Aquarius. Right, why is the Tower here and the King of Swords for Libra? Three of Pentacles, collaborate. Teamwork makes the dream work. They want to team up and collaborate. Sorry, I forget to hold the cards up, right? I do apologise. I just saw 2-2 there, but we were way past it now. Hold on, let me sip this cup of tea a minute. I don't want it to go cold. Right, so they want to, and teamwork makes the dream work. So this person wants to collaborate with you. They want to have a logical conversation. Shockingly, they just suddenly, shockingly decide that they want to have a logical conversation with you. And they want to team up and collaborate. This person either wants equal reciprocity with you, or they want to breadcrumb you to get you stuck. But this is the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who's a boss man, a businessman who runs his own business, wants to come to your home. They're going to send you communication because they see you're their 10 of Cups. But this person could be a player, the Magician and Knight of Wands, really. They're going to manipulate you. That's love bombing. Absolutely. See, somebody can only love bomb you if you have feelings for somebody. If you've got no feelings for somebody, that manipulation tactic won't work. All the charm in the world ain't going to work if you don't fancy somebody or don't want them. Do you know what I mean? It only works if you've got feelings for somebody. Right. Why is the Tower here? The King of Swords and Three of Pentacles for Libra. Two of Wands. Choosing a path. Choosing to leave their past behind and moving forward. This person might take you out on a date. I mean, they're playing footsie at the table, so they might want to take you out for a day. This person's been put through it. Been put through a battle. They're feeling wounded. Something has come to a shocking end. Tower and death. We've seen that just now, didn't we? Tower and death. Something suddenly and shockingly has come to an end. Scorpio, double Scorpio. So this could be a Scorpio. I mean, triple Scorpio. You've got Tower and death. So this could be a Scorpio, it doesn't have to be, or somebody who has heavy Scorpio placements in their birth chart. Something suddenly, shockingly came to an end. But they want to take you into calmer waters. They're needing to be strong, or they have the courage because they're gaining the courage because they want a brand new, fiery, passionate new beginning with you, with the Ace of Wands. Oh gosh, talking about that, this morning, I just decided I use these cards this morning, just the normal Rider-Waite, these ones, right? And I was just putting the cards. It's a shame I didn't record it. I was only pulling the cards to see what the energy was. I shuffled, and I pulled the Ace of Pentacles, right? I shuffled again, and the Ace of Cups fell out. I shuffled again, the Ace of Wands fell out, and I shuffled it again, and the Ace of freaking Swords fell out. On a trot. Four on a trot. Then it came out Queen of Swords, and then it was like Tower, and then it was Star, Healing. Aquarius energy. Suddenly, shockingly, all four aces, new love across the board, right across the board, a brand new beginning, ace, 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 ace. It shocked me. I was like, but then you had the Queen of Swords with the severed head. I think it might have been these deck. No, it might have been them that I used. So it could have been that because the Queen of Swords was there with the severed head. So it was this deck, definitely. All right, what we used to do these. Yeah, so the Queen of Swords came out, but then the Star came out after, healing and wishes being granted. So that is a brand new, passionate beginning. It's new love, it's money, it's abundance, it's love, and the truth and clarity is going to be in the situation. I mean, it... Bloody... This is a reminder. Check my lemon pips. This is a reminder. Check my lemon pips. Check my lemon pip. Oh yeah, my lemon pip. That's hilarious. Check my lemon pips. I've got to show you. It definitely is. Check my lemon pips. I decided to grow some lemon seeds, right? Just to see, that was 2 weeks ago. So nothing is growing. Apparently in 2 weeks they're supposed to be sprouting. I ain't seeing no sprouts because I think I had a look a couple of days ago, but I totally forgot that I put the reminder on for lemon pips. I thought, check my lemon pip. What the fuck? And I just... Libra, I've lost my mind. I swear to God I've lost my mind. But anyway, that's funny. Right, let's carry on. I'll have to check my lemon pips in a minute. I'll let you know how my lemon pips are, if they start sprouting or not. I decided to see if I can grow my own lemon tree. So I might have killed them off because I left them outside. I left them outside. I did put like a little bag over it just to keep, to keep you warm in, and I pierced it with some holes, and it was like moisture and everything. And so I seemed to see whether they were going to grow, whether I could grow my own lemon tree. Anyway, that was check me lemon pips to see if they were sprouting. I don't think they are, so I might have to chuck it out. But anyway, never mind. Right, why is judgment there for Libra? Check me lemon pips. I thought, what the fuck? First of all, why is judgment here for Libra? Why is judgment here for Libra? Why is judgment here for Libra? That's really made me giggle. Page of Cups, this is. See what I mean? It's just the tip of my nose always itches. That's my hair going across it. Somebody wants to come in to apologise, but you might have met somebody around the full moon, or you're meeting somebody around the next full moon. If this person, or somebody wants to come in and send you communications, it might be a reconciliation. Somebody wants to apologise or come in and communicate with you. This person either continuously puts you in competition with the devil and Five of Wands, devil dick. They continuously put you in competition because they're fucking around with devil dick. or this person wants to fight for you and obsessed with you. We're either way, you know, you have to put it how it resonates, all right? But Two of Swords again, you're like, what the fuck? So I mean, her body language is like, look, dude, I could buy my own fucking flowers on Miley Cyrus. Didn't you know that? I listened to that last night, actually, funny enough, Miley Cyrus. But you're temperance, you're peaceful, you're totally balanced, peaceful, harmonious Empress. All right, you see a future. You're looking forward to the journey. You could be celebrating, and Six of Wands. That could be a reconciliation, and it's bringing in victory. There's Queen of Pentacles, it just dropped out. You might be getting on with work though. You might be busy and knuckling down at work, getting stuff done at work. Getting into boss lady mode. And my Libra Emperors, right, or masculines, you could be in feminine boss energy mode. Do you know what I mean? But we do have the Emperor here. Right. Why is Judgment here and Page of Cups for Libra? Why is why is Judgment here and the Page of Cups for Libra? Check my 11 pips. That still made me giggle. Page of Pentacles. So you've got Page of Cups. Somebody's coming in to apologize and they want to bring you a gift. They want reconciliation. Ace of Swords. They're willing to tell the truth or speak their truth. Ace of Swords. This is twin flame soulmate energy. Four of Wands, twin flame soulmate energy. They want to fire. They're either coming to your home, or this is your twin flame, or this is an engagement. This could be an engagement with the Page of Pentacles. This could be, you know, giving, some of you could be getting engaged, right? Not all of you, all right, I realize. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some of you could be suddenly, with the Tower there, suddenly, shockingly getting engaged. And some of you are just suddenly, shockingly reconciling. And some of you suddenly just such, you know, getting whatever this is. Ace of Swords is the truth. The hell? Hold on, Libra. Okay. No problemo. Okay, so yeah, so this is like the truth is being spoken here, right? That's about, they might come to your home and tell you the truth, but this is a 4-1, so definitely this is coming to your home. Four of Swords, definitely sleeping together. This could be somebody staying overnight. They're traveling to come and see you. They want long-term commitment with you. This is Two of Cups. Two of Cups. This is two people falling in love. 10 of Cups, happy ever after. Right. Why is Judgment here? The Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles for Libra. This could be the two pages could be reconciliation with your children or something like that. Some of you. Right, why is the Judgment here, Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles for Libra? Oh, bloody hell, an Emperor again. But heavy boss energy. Heavy boss energy. Got a job to whistle. Hold on. I'll have a go. Wait there. Who, me? Yes, you. Do you want to take things slow? Or is slow to come in because somebody's blocked? It's fated and destined. This person can't stop thinking about you is a King of Wands. And you're pissed right the fuck off with this person. Or this person's pissed right the fuck off with you. Why is 10 of Wands here for Libra? Why is 10 of Wands here for Libra? Heavy boss energy. Happiness. Happiness, happiness. Do you know, that used to remind me of my stepdad. When I was about 15, I hated getting up in the morning for school. I'd never fucking wake up. I hated it. And if you woke me up at like really abruptly, I'd want to really tear your head off. And because I was like, I really didn't want to get out of bed, my stepdad would come in and he would open the curtains like that to my bedroom, so all the sunlight would come bright in, and he'd get a wet flannel and wring it over my face. I wanted to get out, scream at him. What I mean, waking me up like that. He used to find it really funny. Well, get up then, he'd say, and I would have to do it. But I mean, they called me for a long time, mind, and I just put the pillow over my head and snored. Sometimes he would just literally grab my feet out and he'd bump me on the floor. I'd tell you what, I'd be savage. I'd want to rip his head off. But he had a horrible sense of humour and found it hilarious. I hated him in the mornings. Absolutely. But I loved him now. He's gone now, bless his heart. He passed away a couple of years ago. But, you know, he did have an awful sense of humour, my stepdad. I don't know why he thought that was funny, because it seriously was not funny. I was really pissed off in the mornings at him. Anyway, right, so the Ten of Wands and the Sun. So you're dropping the burdens because you want to be happy. That's the truth. But there's somebody seriously juggling here, and they're manipulating you like fuck. Lovers, look at the lovers. How many in there? Juggling and Magician. Somebody's trying to manipulate you and juggle you, and that's the truth. Or you know that this is what somebody is going to do. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's just fucking bullshit drama again, isn't it? They see a future with you, whatever. Right, why is Ten of Wands here and the Sun for a Libra? Why is Ten of Wands here and the Sun for Libra? Why is Ten of Wands here and the Sun for... That literally flew out. I never even realised until it touched my leg that came out. What's that? Knight of Cups. Hey, sexy! Who, me? Yes, you. Hey, I want a new beginning with you because I'm stuck on you. I spy on you. I see that you're my wish fulfillment. King Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm in love with you. Why is the Ten of Wands here, the Sun and Knight of Cups here for Libra? I'm bored of that already. That conversation. I'm already bored of that one. Right. Why is the Ten of Wands here, the Sun and the Knight of Cups here for Libra? Why is the Ten of Wands here, the Sun, and the Knight of Cups here for Libra? Too many, way too many. King of Cups, Six of Cups, and King of Wands. King of Knight, sorry. Yeah, King of Wands. King Cups, Six of Cups, King of Wands. That's the same person from your past. They want to speak their truth about leaving you out in the cold or feeling left out in the cold. They're needing to be strong and to make you an offer. They see that you're single, self-sufficient. This is new love and new, fiery, passionate, new beginning. And it's going to be a betrayal to somebody, Ten of Swords, Hermit, and Wheel of Fortune. Drama, drama. Why is the Ten of Wands here, the Sun, and the Knight of Cups here for Libra? Four Swords, sleeping, chilling out, resting. So somebody wants to chill out with you. Come over like and chill out with you. Or this is you. You could be just dropping the burdens because you're happy and you're not letting anyone interfere with your happiness. You got somebody wooing you, wanting to woo you, ask you out on a date, and they may stay over. All right. So for this is they are putting an end to juggling, or like choosing lots of lovers, or this person wants to have a new start with you, but you need to use your intuition, or they're using their intuition to make you the huge opportunity and offer. Right, why is the Ten of Cups here for Libra? I'm not going to bother telling that story. I'm tired. I haven't got the energy. I'll tell you another day. It's funny though. It was a funny story from the rugby town from back in the day. It was a funny story. But to be honest, I haven't got the energy. I Googled it all yesterday to find out the dates and that. And I couldn't remember what hotel we stayed in. It was definitely Richmond. Right, in the Richmond, what was it? I'll have to have a look again in a minute. I Googled it this morning. So it would have been when we watched the Canada and England play, that was London in Twickenham, and then when we went to France, that was Lille in France, and when we were in London, we stayed in Richmond. And what hotel was it? Claridge's Hotel. Right, so I'll have to tell you about that because that was quite a funny story. I'll have to tell you about that, but I'll do it another day. I'm too tired to get into it right now. But I Googled all that this morning because I couldn't remember. And I was like, when will it sort of jogged me memory as I was only talking to my friend about that last night. Why is the Ten of Cups here for Libra? Why is the Ten of Cups here for Libra? Why is the Ten of Cups here for Libra? Why is the Ten of Cups here for gorgeous Libras? Queen of Swords. Whoa. Queen of Swords. Oh, Queen of Swords is real happy now. Nine of Swords, somebody feels wounded, stuck, can't stop thinking about you. The cycle's come to an end. You waited for this. Six of Swords, though, you're moving into calmer waters. Temperance, you're calm, peaceful, chilled, right the fuck out. And look at that. I'm looking at the Empress there. And what's that one? With a Fortune. And what's that? Five of Pentacles. Somebody here tried to leave an Empress out in the cold or whatever. Who cares? You know. Why, I mean, if you're trying to figure out how to leave an Empress out in the cold, it don't seem like the Empress is feeling that out in the cold. There's Ten of Cups here. There's reconciliation. There's gifts being given. There's the sunshine. So I don't know what somebody was thinking, whether somebody feels, you know, oh, I'm going to leave somebody out in the cold. I don't think that's the case. So I don't think no one's being left out in the cold. So not in this reading, anyway. It doesn't look like it, eh? Why is the Ten of Cups here and the Queen of Swords? You might be a bit sharp with somebody, Libra. Why is the Ten of Cups here and the Queen of Swords? Lovers. Making a decision. Making a decision to balance the scales with justice there. They want to put the work in. This person misses you like crazy. They want to make you a complete offer. Ace of Pentacles, or this is money coming in or opportunities at your fingertips. All right, you're dropping the burdens, and Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. Your past. Your past coming to your home. But there could be an argument with the Knight of Swords there, because you've already walked away from this person because they're a juggler and they date multiple people. With the Lovers there, there's already two people in that picture, which is the reason why she's sword happy. Sword happy. Sword happy. Sword happy. She's got three fuckers there. Right, last card, everybody. Why is the Ten of Cups here, the Queen of Swords, and the Lovers for gorgeous Libra? Yeah, that whole story, what I was going to tell you, was about a Canadian rugby player who kind of fell in love with me when I was about 21. And I'll just briefly outline it. I kept calling my dad, Daddy-o, dad, dad, Daddy-o, Daddy-o, Daddy-o. And my dad had him up by the throat, rugby player or not, leave my fucking daughter. He was like, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And then my dad let him go, he went, anyway, Daddy, want a beer? My dad wanted he was winding him up. Basically, I ended up, so I'll tell you briefly. I'll get this card done and I'll tell you briefly. Well, it was just a funny story from back in the day when I was about 21. All right, I met this Canadian rugby player. He was an international rugby player and took a real liking to me. And was saying to my dad, Daddy-o, Daddy-o, called him like he was going to marry me or whatever. And my dad's like, you'll never call me Daddy. To the point. And we all fell out because his name's Stephen Gray. So I Googled him as well. I'll read that out to you in a minute, who he is. You can Google him as well if you want. But I screenshotted it. So Stephen Gray. So it says here about him. Stephen D. Gray, born July 19th. Well, he just happens to be Cancer as well. Born July, or he might be border sort of. Yeah, he's kind of Cancer, kind of Leo Cusper, I guess. Or born on 19th. Born on the 19th of July, 1963 in Ottawa, Ontario. He's a Canadian former rugby union player. He played centre and played in a total of 47 matches for Canada. He played in the 1987, 1991, which was the year, and 1995 Rugby World Cups. He, as well as several Rugby 7 tours. All right, and this is Steve Gray. That's him there. And that's him there. You can Google him and find him yourself. But yeah, he took a real fancy to me. Anyway, I ended up, so I was 21. I'll get this card out of the way and I'll fucking tell you. Chats that Right. Why is the Ten of Cups here? The Queen of Swords and the Lovers for Libra. 9 of Cups. Your wish fulfillment. This could be, yeah, definitely. This is a new beginning, a new cycle. Ace of Wands in love. Fiery, passionate new beginning at that. 6 of Swords, you're moving into calmer waters and somebody feels wounded who juggled you. 5 of Wands, but they juggled you. They tried to put you in competition with others, but you've dropped this and you're bored of that person. Now you've got somebody else coming in to speak to you. Right, so that's the energies on the board. So you've got Lovers, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra. One of those. Scorpios, Aries, Virgo. You could be one of those energies. One of those energies are you. You're taking on that energy or your person's taking on that energy. All right, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It could be a past situation. It could be a present situation. Or it could have been a near future situation. Switch gender role around where you need to. All right, and then you take what resonates. All right. That story, I don't really know what to call it. I'll have to watch it back before I post it all in a minute. But anyway, right, so we'll get on to that story. So basically, my friend rang. She remember that when we went with your dad, she said, to watch Lil. So me and my friend Claire went to a nightclub, right, to Mandrake. So we got absolutely shit-faced and we forgot we were supposed to have been setting off and getting driving off. We were driving to France with my dad and he was picking us up. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. We were fucked out of our faces. We just been nightclubbing and we came straight from the nightclub to home. I think we literally kind of got in bed, had about 10 minutes and my dad's beeping outside. So we had to get in the car. We had passports. So then I forgot my fucking passport. We got like 20 minutes up the road. We had to go all the way back. Oh, my dad was savage with me. Wasn't happy. I was still drunk. And I was like, he was savage because we had to drive all the way back and he was worried about us being late. Anyway, goes back, grabs my passport. Away we go. So he watches the game and everything. And my dad knew people. He had connections at the time because he used to organize rugby tours for the local teams here and in Canada. Because my dad moved to Canada and lived. He emigrated there and's been living there forever now. Like really, since I was about 6. So he organized. Like he knew my ex-husband before I did. My ex-husband and my dad were friends through rugby. I didn't know that they knew each other, but apparently they knew each other before. Anyway, so basically, my dad used to organize rugby tours and things like that. And through rugby, he ended up making connections, getting into the international rugby and that. So he ended up getting us tickets to go and see Canada versus the All Blacks, playing the All Blacks. And we were in France. And so basically, we ended up in a nightclub with the All Blacks and Canada team. We got on their tour bus. And so this Stephen Gray took a real liking to me. That would have been London as well. That would have been in London, but took a real liking to me, and was saying to my dad, Daddy-o, calling him Daddy-o, like I want to take her out. And my dad said, no, she ain't going. And my sister ended up falling out with my dad and saying, well, Dad, she's 21 now. You haven't really got a say in it. She's an adult. He went, as long as she's under my fucking roof or in my company, she ain't going nowhere. He wasn't going to let me go for no love, no money, nothing. It's like he told Steve to basically fuck off. Canadian international rugby player or not, you are not taking my daughter out. I was pissed off. I could have been married now to a rugby player. So I'm like, to fucking Dad, do you know what I mean? Trying to dash me chances here anyway. So on that night, they were going to a nightclub, and he was saying, I want to take your daughter to the nightclub. But rather than saying, Errol, can I take your daughter out with me? He said, Daddy, and he was pissing my dad off big time. And my dad ended up, because he had a few drinks, he was getting really fucking pissed off with Steve. And he said, no, she ain't coming, she ain't going nowhere with you. All right? The last thing you're ever going to call me is Daddy. You know what I mean? So, and he was serious. He wasn't fucking having none of it. Anyway, so he decided, because Steve was pissing him off, we had to leave. Right? So it was my sister and her husband, me and my dad. So we get in a taxi, and on the way in the taxi, the three of us, my sister, her husband and me, and my dad was in the front, and she was saying to me, we'll get you a taxi. But shh. And Andy, her husband, was saying like, don't fucking encourage her to go. You know what your dad's like. He's going to go nuts. And he was more concerned, that's my sister's husband, he was more concerned about us getting in, you know, our dad going nuts. And she was saying, but she's old enough. So they fell out in the end over the fact that Lisa was saying to me, she should be allowed to go. She's 21. Let her fucking go and have some fun. All right. So Lisa said, I'll get you a taxi, but whatever you do, make sure you're back by 6 o'clock in the morning. If you're late and Dad finds out you've gone, he's going to kill us. So I was like, all right, I'm so excited. So anyway, the taxi come to pick me up. I went back to the hotel where the guys was. I had an absolute fabulous night. It's one of those memories that you can tell your grandchildren. I was sat in the bar drinking with the rugby lads, but I had an absolute fabulous night. We were sat there all night drinking and having a great time. And anyway, there was a call at the reception. I didn't realise the time went that quick. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? So there was a reception call, and the guy came over and was saying, anyone by the name of Tonya, like phone. So I was like, oh, I'm Tonya. And he was like, phone, like out in the lobby. So I ended up going out in the lobby. It's my sister, and she's like, you better get your ass home now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I told you to be back by 6. So I've organised a taxi for you. He's coming to get you. I was thinking, shit. If our dad caught me out, I would have been in trouble. Thing is, I'm 54 and I still don't think my dad knows about this story. So if he's watching, sorry, Daddy. I really am sorry. I don't think I ever really told him. Anyway, the taxi come and picked me up, and it was literally, I walked in the door, and as I walked in the door and just shut the front door, my dad came out of his room, and I went, oh, like I just got out of bed, oh, stretching. Got a good loo, Dad. Morning. He literally, it was seconds. If it would have been seconds later, I would have been toast. Trust me, my dad would have gone nuts. if you'd have found out. But I still, like I said, I've been too scared to tell my dad at 54. Still haven't told him. So if he's watching, I'm sorry, Daddy, I had a good time. I'm sorry. I had to be done, Libra. And that was like almost like a night to remember, but a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. I had to go. Do you know what I mean? So I went. I was all right. I was with the lads, so I was fine. I had a fabulous time. A year, might have been a year, that might have been in 2020, 20. What the fuck am I talking about? I was 20, 19, what would it have been? 1990 to 1991. So I went again, it might have been, because I thought it was 90, so it might have been 91 and then 92, because he said 91, did it on there, 95. But he definitely, it was 2 years in a row, or it might have been 2-year gap. It could have been a 2-year gap. So anyway, let's just forget the time scale. All right, I just know I saw him twice. So I met up with him again because we went then to Canada and we watched Canada. Oh, by the way, Canada lost against the All Blacks, which was obvious, wasn't it? You know, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? The All Blacks just, you know, and I went up in the nightclub with the All Blacks and I met Jonah Lomu. Yeah, he chatted to me. He thought I was French. He was like, bonjour, blah, 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 blah. I went, all right, mate, how you doing? He went, oh, you're English. I was like, yeah, I know. Anyway, so that was that. So I met some players from the All Blacks. We didn't really chit chat too much to them, but I did get, that was my claim, one of my claim to fame, is I did meet Jonah Lomu, and he's gone now, and he, bless his heart. I think he had a heart attack or something like that, didn't he? Quite young. But anyway, I did meet him. So, I think it was a year later we met Steve again. It was about a 2-year gap. And they were playing against London. And it was just when Will Carlin, who was the captain of the England rugby team at the time, had that fling with Princess Diana. And Will Carlin was married at the time. And they didn't come down. He was upstairs in a hotel with his wife, Julia, and they were arguing like fuck because it had just come out in the papers and all over the news that he had a fling with Princess Diana, which obviously was married, and it kind of fucked their marriage up. I think they ended up splitting up then. It was Julia Carlin and Will Carlin, and so we were in the bar and we were chatting to Rob Andrew and Jonathan Webb. Those were the two we were sat with. And so we were sat with them, Wade Dooley as well. And I don't know if any of you will remember that time scale, but that was, anyway, I think I was, I might have been with Claire that time. I don't know if I was with Claire that time where it would have been the London, or she might have come again the second time. Anyway, I remember I was sharing a bed with Claire. She was my friend. And so we were sharing a room together, and there was like a double bed. So me and her just bunked in together. And next thing you know, it's like, what the fuck's that? Open the door, Steve. He come running in, literally, and jumped in the middle of me and Claire. And he was like that, like, chuffed to bits. And Claire's like, what the fuck's he doing here? Get rid of him. I was like, Steve, you gotta go. If my dad catches you in this room, he's gonna rip your head off. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna go down well for you, rugby player or not. He ain't happy. You have to, you know. And I remember he stripped off. He had his boxer shorts on, stripped off, and got into bed with us. And Claire was like, don't touch me. And I was like, oh, please leave, Claire, please leave. Anyway, nothing happened because obviously, you know, nothing did. I was a good girl. I wish I wasn't, though. I wish I wasn't. But anyway, yeah, so he got in bed. Anyway, I made him leave. He was really upset because I made him leave. I was worried to death my dad was going to catch him, do you know what I mean, in the room, and Steve would have had his head ripped off by my dad. He was real protective over me and my sister, like, and he wasn't having none of that, like, I can tell you, rugby player or not. But we were talking about this last night and we were laughing already. She was like, do you remember that time? I was like, yeah. I said, and I remember Steve's back, because on their rugby shoes, whatever their boots, whatever they are, they got studs. He had a great big footprint on the back of his back where it was like a bruise where somebody had stepped on him, stamped on him. and he was covered in these stud marks all over his body where he'd been walked on, like stamped on the field and everything. But anyway, that was like back in the day. I got loads of stories I could tell you, Libra, from back in the day. If I died today, right, I only got 2 regrets in life. One was meeting the fucking woman beater, and the other one was meeting that bold fucker. Otherwise, I got no regrets in life. I'd be dying a happy person if I went today. I have got stories to tell, and I'd love to share them with you, but perhaps not today. I'm tired. But anyway, Libra, I love you all loads. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will be back tomorrow to do your normal Friday reading, Marie. All right? I love you all loads, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Mwah. Take care.